Hey everyone, try and zip here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm coming in clear. Hope you're doing well on this weekend. You could probably see that my face is screwed. I'm going to get into that, but first of all, just want to apologize for not having our show yesterday. Actually, first time in a long time that we have canceled or postponed. So, I wanted to. Damn mic stand. Hold on just a second. Always something going wrong. Okay, we'll do it this way. Just want to tighten it so I don't do it like every 5 minutes while I'm trying to talk. It's not right. By the way, I don't expect anyone to join this live stream. It's more of a recording for people for later. Pull it out. That explains it. Okay, maybe that'll help. Keep it from going up and down on me while I'm trying to talk. So, here's what happened. I have you probably know this if you watch the show, several issues with my teeth. Um, just bad bone decay. It's generational. I never really had the resources to get anything fixed before. So, in an attempt to try to fix what is wrong with my teeth, it requires a lot of really bad, shitty decisions. And one of the decisions I had to make was I needed to decide whether I was going to get a tooth up here pulled, or if I was going to do the root canal and the crown. Now, the crown does not work. I've had crowns before, they pop off, you lose them, and they're very expensive. So, I've been having teeth pulled. And again, we've joked about it, we've talked about it on the show. I've had a couple teeth pulled in the last couple of years, just trying to get the healthy teeth to remain and the bad teeth gone, right? Um, so, and I have a wonderful dentist and a wonderful staff and just wonderful care when it comes to my teeth. This is not a knock on anybody. Was a freak accident. So I go in to get my tooth taken out, and they have to do the numbing stuff, right? The needle in the gums, which is not pleasant. But I mean, again, if you've had a filling when you were a kid, you had to get that. So plus, I just had two teeth pulled within the last couple years, so I knew what that was going to be like. I will say the last tooth I had that I had extracted, no, I mean, it was a lot worse in terms of the tooth being extracted. I mean, it was like bleeding and oozing and doing that for a couple days afterwards, which this one didn't do that. I was feeling good Wednesday after. Now I did have like steroids and antibiotics that I was taking, but I felt good, and I did have a little bit of swelling in my face. Um, but I could still my facial gestures, you could still see them. Like my dimple here, you can't see that over here, right? I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. If you can believe it, it was a lot worse, if you can believe that. So anyway, um Thursday night, I it was becoming apparent that it was swollen for unnatural reasons. or rather unknown reasons. My tooth didn't hurt, but my face was swole. And I mean, I'm going to talk about this during the show. When we do our show Friday, hopefully. uh, and so apparently what had happened, and this is how it's been explained to me, but what happened was um God, nobody's even listening, so I can't tell if I'm being loud enough or not. I think I am. um when they injected me with the numbing solution, it created like a void in my cheek, and this void quickly filled and swole. I mean, swole. It was bad. Um, I mean, I have pictures, but I can show you. I'll tell you what. I'll show you when I think it was probably at its worst. And this was something I sent to um, Aaron because he asked about the show. Right? He was like, "What's going on? Are you okay?" And I was like, "No." And I seen this picture, so I just got to find it. Here we go. Now, again, this is probably when it was at its worst, or close to when it was at its worst. But here you go. Try to get the glare off. I don't know how to get the glare off of it. Maybe if I dim it. Oh, hell. Hold on just a second. I'll fix this. I am a professional. Do, 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 do. All right. So now I just got to wait for it to come up on the computer. I'll show you guys what it looked like at the worst. Anyway, this led to me contacting my dentist, and I sent him a picture, um, and he said go to the hospital immediately. Um, because it had gotten beyond a point where he felt he could do anything about it, which he's probably right. Um, Scared the hell out of Kush, who has just been such. I am a blessed man to have Kush in my life. Um, she is just so great, and always reassures me and makes me feel better if I'm nervous, and was just so great through this whole thing, and I'm just really thankful that you know that she was there. All right, so while we're waiting on that picture to pop up here, so anyway, by Friday, my face was swollen to the point where I could barely see out of my right eye. My right side of my face would not move, which affected my speech. And like obviously drool, I mean, it was that bad, folks. And I didn't really know what was happening until I got to the hospital and kind of put everything together. Um, so yeah, that was the deal, and that's why we had to postpone the show because I couldn't do it. Um, I toyed around with letting Christian and Sammy do it on their own, but I knew that just and not a knock against them at all, but a personal um, just knowledge that it's not easy to set this show up. It's not easy to get it going. It's not easy if something pops up and goes wrong, and I didn't want them to have to go through that. So I was like, you know what? I never postpone. I never cancel. This has to be it. This has to be the reason because I'm in danger, right? And it's not something that I can kind of scoot past. So we had to cancel the show. Now the good news is I am on the mend. I'm doing better. I'm obviously out of the hospital. I'm back in the zip cave. You can see my face is still swollen. This cheek here is the one that got the void in it, and it's swollen to the point where this is a full smile, but this part is so swollen it won't go up, which sucks because you can't kind of react to stuff the way that you wanted to. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this picture. Please try and just take it slow and steady. It is not a pretty sight. Yeah, yeah. That was me on Friday night, probably about an hour after we were supposed to start the show. As you can see, the right side of my face is swollen to the point where I can barely even open my mouth. And again, I've got some other pictures that, believe it or not, are even worse. Shout out to the hospital staff. I'm not going to mention them because it could dox myself, but the hospital staff at the hospital I was at was incredible. Basically, what happened was I got IV steroids, I got IV antibiotics, and they were able to reduce the swelling enough to where I could go home and take regular stuff. I'm told that it should be fine by the time we do our next show, but health is always the most important thing. And if it were Christian, obviously, if it were Sam or anyone, I would tell them the same thing, and that is don't worry about the show. It's a little bit harder for me because it's like if I can't do the show, then there can't be a show. And I'm trying. I'm gonna try to fix that. Show Sammy and Christian a few things they can do if for some reason I can't be there. But anyway, I also wanted huge shout out to everybody who messaged and texted me if I was cool, what was going on. It's not like me to cancel or postpone a show. Morrison in particular was the first one to send me a message and be like, "Are you cool, man? Are you okay? I saw you cancel the show. That's crazy. What's going on?" And this is the picture I sent him. I was like, "This is what's going on," and he was like, "Jesus." And yeah, so like I said, going to talk a lot more about it and about the experience on the show. But I felt that I wanted to reach out to you guys and thank everyone for reaching out. And let's get that damn picture off the screen. God have mercy. Just really shows me that you care about me, about the show, about the mission. It's always about the next mission. But promise that I am healing well. I am so well taken care of. Kush, God, I just can't say enough words about that beautiful woman. And if all goes well, I should see you guys back on the 19th and might even have a couple surprises. So, much love to the GeekZipp Army. Much love to everyone who sent wishes of wellness and, told me to take care of myself and worry about myself first and worry about the show later. I love you guys with all my heart. You are the reason I do this. And that's going to do it. I saw a couple people pop in and out, just kind of see what was going on. I definitely didn't mean to take this much time, but um, if you guys have questions or concerns or anything like that, you guys know you can hit me up, geekzippodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up on the zip cord, or you can Instagram, Facebook. We're pretty open. It's easy to get a hold of us. So thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Again, apologies that I wasn't able to get a show up for you guys this Friday, but I will make that up to you on the 19th. So much love, much happiness, and we'll see you then. Have a great evening.